Well, this is a little video I put together while we were staying out at Toadsuck Park in Arkansas. This is our in-between spot between Northeast Illinois and where we spend our winters in Arizona. I thought I'd put this video together for my Yankee friends that don't believe Toadsuck, Arkansas is a for real place, but this is a great campground right on the Arkansas River. It's run by the Army Corps of Engineers, as they run a lot of campgrounds along almost all the rivers in the country. These rock formations you're seeing right here are what we call wing dams. In this case, they form some pools. These rock formations are normally underwater. This time of the year, the river's low, and so that makes nice little catch basins that are full of fish for a while. It doesn't take them long, and they get fished out, but they'll get replenished as soon as the river comes back up again. The wing dams serve the purpose of keeping the flow of the water out towards the deepest part of the river. The Corps of Engineers has to guarantee the tow traffic 9 feet of depth in all of our river systems. That's for the commercial traffic. We've been coming to this campground ever since we owned the motorhome. Our home is about 5 miles away from here. It's not far at all. This is a Corps of Engineers boat that was actually doing some work on the dam while we were there. It took me a while to get up the courage to actually fly my drone out over the water. I could just see this big splash and saying, oh my. Lots of wildlife here. Catch a lot of different kinds of fish. Of course, catfish is a big catch down here in Arkansas, but there's smallmouth and largemouth bass here, a lot of brim. This is the bridge going across the dam. My wife remembers a year that the river flooded so badly that they had closed that bridge. You could walk out and stand on it, and the water was only a few feet below the bridge. She said the entire structure was shaking the whole time they were out there. Interesting enough, the year that we bought our rig, we were going to bring it out here. We signed our papers and made the arrangements. We were picking it up the next day, so we came out here to make a reservation to see where we could stay. And of course, we came across the bridge, and the whole campground was underwater. That happens once every year or two. The campground will get totally flooded. But they got a good routine. They wait for the water to go down. They bring in a big crew with a lot of pressure washers, and they just wash all that river silt right back down into the river. And within a few days, they're open for business again. We've made a lot of friends here. Rufus Graves is one of the volunteers here that helps out with running the campground. I call him the mayor of Toadsuck. The legend has it that right across the river where you see the lock and dam, years ago before that existed, there was a landing there that the riverboat captains used to dock at, and there was a saloon there. And the story goes that as the sailors or the rivermen would go to that saloon, they would sit on a bank and drink beer until they swelled up like toads, as the locals would say. Thus, Toadsuck. Any veracity to that, I have no idea, but that is the legend. Toadsuck Days is a huge event in Arkansas. In fact, it's the second biggest event. It's held in Conway. I think Riverfest is the biggest event. But Toadsuck Days is, goes on for a long weekend, and typical things that you would expect to see, a lot of arts and crafts. Of course, the toad race is a big hit with the kids. Kids are out searching to find the fastest toads they can before the race. Stuck on the Truck is an interesting event. The people enter a drawing and get the opportunity to try to win the truck. They have to stand with two hands on that truck. Whoever's the last one standing wins the truck. A lot of psychology going on, guys trying to psych the other one out like, oh, I'm not tired, and they wear sunglasses, they wear their earphones, they jam to their music. They get a potty break every hour, and I think every 4 hours they get 15 minutes off. So they have a pit crew, which consists of a pup tent where the guy runs in there and lays down, and his pit crew actually massage his legs and his back and try to get the blood circulating before the horn goes off, and he has to be back out there with two hands on the truck. So we've watched it several times, and it's interesting to see who can actually stand there the longest. The Arkansas River starts way up in western Colorado, actually west of Denver. It winds across Colorado and enters eastern Kansas. It goes all the way across Kansas, cuts way north for a ways, and then cuts southeast, where the Arkansas River joins Oklahoma, cuts across Oklahoma through Tulsa, and then it enters Arkansas right at Fort Smith. It goes across Arkansas, goes all the way down through Little Rock, Pine Bluff, big towns like that, and then it eventually joins the Mississippi River in the southeast part of the state. So this is my tour of Toadsuck, Arkansas. If you ever get past this way, you want to looking for a nice campground, this is a great spot to spend a few days. Hope you enjoyed the tour.